Hello, and welcome back to the He's Going Back podcast. I'm your host, Jamie. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling about the season. It's the week of opening day. I'm really just going to focus on the Guardians, so that's my home team. That's who I'm going to be watching the most of, and that's who I want to talk about. I feel like there's no better place to start the year without talking about Jose Ramirez. I mean, there's no one better, especially on the Guardians. He does it all exceptionally well, and really, I feel like he should earn a MVP by the end of his career. I'm thinking this is the year, honestly. Looking at some of I'm going to be using fan graphs to get some of the projections and use as a reference. It's interesting looking at his projections. They don't think he's going to have a great year. He's going to have a good year, but they think he's going to tick down from last. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, he's 32. I mean, he'll be 33 in September. So really this is his 32 age season, which is an ancient. And they talk about him like he's an old man. It's very weird. I mean, he's younger than a lot of the other guys that get talked about, and he's the only one I really hear that's, oh, he's 32, he'll start to decline, this and that, and there's nothing that shows me that he's declining. I mean, he had 39 home runs last year. That was a career high. Like what are we talking about here? I mean, they got him projected to hit 30, and why would he lose 10 home runs on the year? I mean, he's during some interviews in spring training, he talks about hitting that 40 mark. And to me, Jose Ramirez is a guy that he's going to get something in his head like that, and he's just going to do it. There's no doubt in my mind that in his career, he's going to have 40 home runs in a season. And, I'm not saying it's this year. I would think it's this year. Why wait for it? He can do it. I mean, he's proven he's one of the best hitters in all of baseball. The projection of 30 just seems low, and I don't obviously, who knows how they get any of this, their calculations and stuff. You still got to play the games. And knowing that Jose is determined to hit a 40 mark in home runs just is all I need to know that he's going to do it. Yeah, it could be wrong. Baseball happens, but it's Jose Ramirez. He's proven it year in, year out, that he deserves to be top five conversation every year. Not just with his hitting. I mean, the plays he makes at third base are, I mean, up there with anybody in history. I mean, he's a great defender and gets it done year in and year out. So they have him projected to hit 30 home runs, hit 39 the year prior. I think the 30's low. I like I said, I think he's going to hit the 40. Batting average, they got him projected at 275. Last year he had 279. I think that's fair. I mean, that's them just going with he's going to repeat what he did last year in that department. On base percentage, I actually have him improving to a 346. In 2024, he got on base at 335. The other interesting one I don't agree with is the slugging. They have him projected at 500 when he slugged 537 last year. And I imagine that's just the decrease in home runs they're projecting. I just he's too good. He's been too good for too long to just, oh, he's going to decline. There's been no signs of an age decline or anything. That's what I just don't understand. He had a 6.5 WAR season in 2024. In 2025, they're projecting a 5.7. That's close. I mean, that's what he is. He's a 6'4" player every year. It's crazy. I don't think it's even crazy to think he could do more. I mean, he's had the seven. He did seven twice. And those were the years. Let me check really quick. I can't really pull that up right now. Sorry. I know he had two seven war seasons. I want to say 2018, 2019, something like that. Like I said, I can't really find that. Oh, here we go. It was 2017, he had a 7 war, and in 2018, a 7.6 war. And I think he can repeat those. Mostly, I mean, he's stealing bases too. I mean, he almost had a 40-40 season last year. Like, it's also the quietest 40-40 season I think ever. I mean, no one cared. I mean, he hit 39. So yes, he didn't hit 40. But I mean, in 158 games, hit 39. It's weird for me knowing how good he is, watching him a lot. I mean, he's the team. It's interesting to hear when third basemen get brought up, a lot of other guys get more love than him. I think of Alex Bregman. I mean, Alex Bregman this, Alex Bregman that. I mean, Alex Bregman's a fine player. Nothing wrong with him, but like he's not even in the same conversation, in my opinion, of Jose Ramirez. I mean, Alex Bregman. I don't think means as much to a team. I mean, he signed with Boston on that huge $40 million a year deal, and if I don't think a single person would pick to have Alex Bregman on their team, and Jose's gonna make 20. I mean, he's making half the money. So that was a thing I wanted to talk about with Vlad Guerrero Jr. I don't understand where he says he wants to play in Toronto, but $400 million isn't enough. Do you want to play in Toronto or do you not? I mean, those are two different things. Jose Ramirez said he wanted to play in Cleveland, and he took a 7 year, $141 million deal. Now, Jose is a player that I saw an article that he turned down a 200 plus deal from the San Diego Padres because he wanted to play in Cleveland. I mean, you're talking $100 million difference. That's an insane amount. But he said he wanted to play in Cleveland, and guess what? He's playing in Cleveland. It didn't matter. This was what he wanted to do. So I don't really like players that say this is what I want, but they don't act on it. I mean, Vlad Guerrero Jr. said, "Oh, I would love to finish my career here." Then prove it. I mean, you've come out and said not really because you turned down their offer. So I can respect Jose for that. I mean, he's he acted on what he said, and I just like that. I think that shows your character. I think I see that a lot in baseball, in any sport. It's not even just baseball, where it's just this. You just say things like people will just say whatever, and it doesn't really mean it. And I don't know. It always rubs me the wrong way, and I always just think of Jose in any of these arguments. You're talking about a top five player in all of MLB. You are talking about a guy that stuck by what he wanted to say. That's why I have no doubt when he wants to hit 40 home runs this year, he's going to hit 40 home runs. I mean, no one thought he was going to hit 39, and he did. And he can do it again. And the stolen bases is another thing where it's like, man, you're hitting 39 home runs and you stole 41 bases. I mean, career high again. That's why I don't understand the projections of him losing something. Like he had a one of his best years batting. Where are you getting this that he isn't going to be as good? He's only proved every year that he's one of the best players, and I don't know, I don't get that. I mean, he walked less than ever, but he also hit more home runs and stole more bases. So, do we really care? I mean, he struck out at a about what he does, 12%. I mean, I don't. There's nothing wrong with that. When a guy that does what he does, I mean, he gets a green light whenever. Like he can just step up to the plate, and that's what's awesome about him is he doesn't do that. He's such a team guy. Wants to win. Wants he just loves it. I love watching him play. I mean, how many times am I watching and a helmet flies off on the run into first base, no matter what. Like I mean, he knows. And that's the difference. I always think back to this video of I think it was John Randall in practice and just the number two behind him on the Vikings. And the way John Randall handled himself in practice, the effort that was being put compared to the number two guy, you go, that's why Randall's in the Hall of Fame. You can see it. It's an eye test of effort and who wants it. And honestly, there's no one on the Guardians slash Indians that I've ever seen that has that. I loved watching CC Sabathia, but it definitely felt different. And I think pitching is a little different. It's hard to you're comparing apples to oranges. But I mean, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about future Hall of Famer laying it out there every game and doing his job, putting the team on his back, year in and year out. And that's what when you look up different Hall of Famers and their careers and all of that, they had these long careers. They didn't just stop at 32, 33, and just go, well, my career's over. These guys played a long time and consistently. And that's what separates you. And I think Jose puts in that work, puts in that effort, and wants to do that. And that's all you need because he has the skill set and he has everything. And now it's even a little easier in once he gets to a point he can't play third base at his level, he can move to a DH role. And I think that'll fit him fine. I think that's a benefit is getting to see these star players play longer than they ever would have been able to. Now that's an argument of oh they're not as valuable as some of the other guys because they're not playing the field, but that's okay. I'd rather watch him step up to the plate every day, and we're not even there yet. There's his third base play is elite. I guess that's all I really have to talk about with Jose. The other thing I thought was interesting was the I'm gonna go off of DraftKings. They had the win line at 82 and a half. And I thought I went over on that. I really think this team did the moves necessary to make the next level than they did last year. And they were 3 games away from the World Series. Like this is a team I think found something and I think brought in the right pieces to make a push and really go for it. There was no big flashy piece, but I mean you're gonna get Shane Bieber back. You brought in Luis Ortiz, who really hasn't looked great in spring training, but it's spring training. I think he'll find it. I have high hopes for him. They brought in a guy like Slade Ciccone, who I think will be a big piece later on in the year. He's going to start in AAA, but I think he'll come around and really help this team. Just what they've done in the past with pitching. The guy I'm most high on, and I really think is going to be a breakout candidate, is Brian Rocchio. I really, really think the last the spring training has just been great, which again, it's spring training, not that important. That playoffs he had was I mean, he was the second best hitter behind Stephen Kwan. He just seemed to find something. If you can do it in the biggest moments and the biggest lights, why can't you do it in the regular season? I mean, think of the pitchers he was facing in the playoffs. I mean, he faced Skubal twice, faced Garrett Cole. I mean, you're talking elite pitching, and he was able to handle it when the pressure was the most. And he came into spring training looking like a different person too. He picked up where he left off, and he gained muscle, and he's hitting the ball harder than he ever has. And that's a recipe to really make that next leap to be like the man. And I really think he's going to do it. So last year, he had an average of 206. Not good. But those were his first plate appearances. He had 442 plate appearances. And that was about it for MLB. And he hit 8 home runs, 206 average, 298 on base. Yeah, not good. I think with that this next year of seeing those pitching, gaining that muscle. I mean, they got him projected at hitting 244 average with a 320 on base. I mean, those upticks are nice, and that helps that team. I mean, with a 206 average, they made it as far as they did. So adding 40 points to that, that ain't no joke. And I just think the slugging is going to go up. So he had a 316 slug last year, projected 368 this year. I think that's fair, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's higher. I really, really think he's really going to come into his own as a hitter this year. And time will tell. It seems like he put in the work in the off season, came in ready to go. The spring training has been nice. I mean, there's a few games where it's Rocchio went 4 for 4 again. Oh, he's just hitting. He's hitting the ball hard, and I like it. Then I'm all about it, and I can't wait. So he's hitting a 326 in spring training with a 488 slug. I mean, man, if we're even close to any of those numbers, I mean, that's huge for this team. At shortstop, man, if you hit 280, a 400 slug, wow. I mean, this team will be dangerous. I think this team could really go far and make a playoff push. The question marks are there, as with every team, but I think they're not that drastic. It You didn't get that much out of a Brian Rocchio. You didn't get much out of right field. That if they just improve a little bit, y- you're making that leap. And I really think you can make a World Series run at it. Now, once it comes to the World Series and you're facing the Dodgers, that's another story. But hey, you can't control that. I'm not ever going to complain with watching World Series games. I mean, there's some tough competition in the AL Central. I don't think none of the teams really made a move that scared me. I think if Bregman would have went to Detroit, I would have been a little more intimidated by him. But what I saw was, I mean, they had a huge push that second half of the season to even get him there. So can you repeat that? I don't know. And then time will tell, and we'll see how the Royals thing goes. I mean, Bobby Witt had an insane year last year. Is he repeating that? Who knows? That's a candidate I look to kind of tick down a level, which is still an amazing, amazing player, but it's a different player. It's not the same guy. So I just look for stuff like that. And the Twins are the Twins. They have a good, on paper, they have a great team. Now, are they going to stay healthy? Are they going to live up to expectations? Who knows? Um, I mean, them and the White Sox were the only two AL Central teams that missed the playoffs. So I don't, I don't know where I put them. I've been seeing that they get a lot of love, and rightfully so. Like I said, on paper, they got it. I just, I'm not really that worried about them. The White Sox are the White Sox. They're gonna be garbage again. And man, I really, really think that everything's lining up to be a really good season for the Guardians. Bringing in some experienced pitchers in the bullpen, like Paul Sewald, that's pitched in a World Series, I think might help those issues we had in the postseason in our bullpen. I also think they got overpitched, and that was part of not having starting pitching. I mean, the starting pitching was awful. So, he brought Luis Ortiz in. Hopefully, Gavin Williams makes this step that everyone's saying he's gonna. Tanner Bybee, he's he's solid. He was our ace last year and should be again. Getting a Shane Bieber back, around the trade deadline. So at the trade deadline, you're gonna add a Cy Young winner. Sign me up. Tristan McKenzie. I don't know how that's gonna go. I just you brought in the right pieces to really change this team and how it's gonna perform. Bringing in a Jonathan Means, which there's big, big question marks with him. Man, if he can give you some innings late in the year and help you make that push, that's all you're needing. And I'm looking for a guy like Rocchio to step up big time. And if he does, and we can get some more bats out there, and this team will be good. I mean, Manzardo looked good. Second base, still the question mark, but you weren't getting a bat in second base last year. You just weren't. Eh, Andre Jimenez did not hit the ball well. He struggled, and I think we'll get a little more production out of the bat at second base. The defense will not be as good. It'd be impossible. He was one of the best defenders. That play he made in Game Three of the ALCS against the Yankees. Wow, that my jaw dropped when he made that play in that Naylor stretch. I guess that brings me to first base. In losing Naylor, I think that hurts the mojo, the more the lifeblood of the team. I think that does hurt. I think chemistry was there with him, and it's hard to replace that. And I think they did a good job in bringing a guy that people are familiar with on the team, someone that's familiar with the city, familiar with what to expect when he gets here. And that's big. I mean, I think that'll really help with this team, bringing that veteran guy in to really put in that effort and he knows what's expected of him. I think that's huge. I mean, he knows what this team's gonna do well, what they need from him, and I think he'll deliver. He's more of the question at age, but I think he's got one more year in the tank left, and I would love for him to help bring a World Series to this team, into the city. I mean, it's been since 1948. That's way too long. I mean, we're the longest drought out of teams that have won one. But I'm ready. I want to see it. I think they could do it. I love Stephen Vogt, manager of the year. I was nervous. I mean, that was a big question mark too. You lost Terry Francona, and you didn't think you could replace him, and you did. So I, it's hard for me to second guess this organization, the front office. They've done it so many times. How many, not necessarily managers, but top talent leave and get filled back in, leave, filled back in. They just know how to do it. Sometimes it makes me angry and frustrated because they're guys that like rooting for and really wish would stick around. I think of a Stephen Kwan. I think he'll be gone eventually in the near future. I don't think we'll be able to pay him what he's looking for. And that'll be what it is. And that's going to be a big hole to fill. I mean, Stephen Kwan is the man. In left field is just it's nice just having that locked in. No issues. Gold glove defender. Great leadoff batter. I mean, he hit 292 last year, projected 284. I don't okay. Perfect. I think 284 is low, but I mean, he was hitting 400 before he got hurt. I mean, this dude can absolutely hit. He can do it. And it's going to be sad when he leaves. I hope not, but my hopes aren't too high for him to be sticking around. I guess I don't really have anyone else I would like to touch on. Bo Naylor needs to step it up. It looks like we got a guy in the minors, Cooper Ingle. That might be something. It'd be nice if Bo Naylor stepped it up, and I think he could. He's shown it. He has shown it. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode. Opening day is Thursday. I'm excited. 4 o'clock. Guardians versus Royals. That's gonna be a great game, and I'm excited for it. All right. Bye bye.